Alright, so I'm almost done doing this um, spread right here. I had to start over because I uh, probably said something that I probably shouldn't have. Anyway, um, I'm going to continue shuffling. This one probably wants to be out. So, we're doing a reading for Pisces, which is February 19th through March 20th. And that is a water sign. What do we Pisces need to know for this coming 2021 year? And I kind of feel like I may have done something like this before, but you never know if the message changes just a little bit too. I've done some of these things for um, New Year's Eve, I do believe. So let's see what the message is today. Okay, so let's see what the message is like. So we got the Two of Swords right here. And then we got the Knight of Pentacles. We don't have too much water in these cards. I mean, if we do, it's very little. I think. Or we could be meeting somebody who's a little bit between water and earth, air signs, as well as fire. Unless there's a Pisces out there that has a bit of a complicated, like, chart where they're having water, air, and fire signs. But here is what I'm getting from the deck. Before I continue, there's gotta be a sword someplace else. No, just two swords. Two swords right there. Wands. 1, 2, 3 wands. Cups. 1, 2. Oh, Princess Sword, so that's technically 3, isn't it? So 3. So cups. 1, 2, 3. I don't see any major arcanas, but the only thing that I I see that's the only major arcana in the deck is the moon right here of the Thoth. But basically what I'm getting from this card is that you haven't had a whole lot of means to relax. Is what I'm getting. Like everything is like you're working all the time and are you exercising? Because I kind of feel like that's kind of like your work. I don't know what is going on with that, but I kind of feel like maybe you actually do ride on a bike. I mean, if this is a way to how you ground yourself as well, that's fine too. But I mean, everybody should have a chance to go outside, but don't go outside when it's all icy and stuff like that. So I kind of feel like that you're a little bit on the restless side because you're stuck indoors. See where I'm coming from. If it were me, I would feel like I'm trapped and having cabin fever if I have to use the treadmill to um, release all the endorphins when outside does all of that for me anyway. I just do it naturally by doing my everyday routine and exercise. Here's satiety right here. And here's the Six of Cups. Well, they're both cups, but what it's saying is that you're allowing yourself to trust your intuition more, and that not only are you trying to find like ways to control your emotions. Let's say maybe you were having like a down day when you should be having like an upside day, but whatever the cause of that is, I feel like you are partially at ease, but not all the way there. But I kind of feel like that if you have your time of doing any kind of meditation nowadays, I kind of feel like that if you um, this is just example. I'm not saying that you have to do this, but if you do like cross-legged um, meditation, or if you do sorry, I we have a dog in our apartment right now, so um, I don't know what that was about. I don't know if you heard it, so I need to see if I can get back in my groove again. Like cross-legged um, yoga, or I mean cross-legged meditation with your eyes closed. That's just one form of it, or running, or painting, or whatever means that it means to um, ground yourself not into this reality, yes, this reality, but just ground yourself to find some sort of release to allow yourself to express yourself artistically. and creatively. Here's the moon reversed, Thoth, and we have the King of Wands, upright. So the moon is kind of like, I think you have the means to keep in touch with your intuition. But I think there are times where you should listen to it instead of just ignoring it right now. I kind of feel like that this sort of intuition, while you want to have it balanced, I kind of feel like this is the time to actually listen to your intuition instead of ignoring it, because every time that you do, it'll be like one of those days that it's like, I wish I could have listened to my own gut. So don't put it off all the time when it serves you best. I mean, if you ignore it all the time, it's not going to serve any higher purpose or good for you if you keep ignoring your intuition. Yes, there should be a balance, but when you keep ignoring your intuition when it serves you best, that's when you should actually acknowledge it. Here's a Queen of Cups, or is it Wands? Queen of Wands. Knight of Swords. Basically an air element. I don't see how that's an air element, because I think the wands should be air, then the swords should be fire, because you mold it out of fire. You have to melt the metal to create the sword. Sure, you could create fire out of the wands, like a bundle of sticks, and then you just set it on fire to create more bullets or swords to use to defend yourself if you're skilled on that level. But however, the esoteric meanings just kind of made little sense to me as I was studying this. But the fire sign wands is kind of like, you're not at all inspired to do anything at this point. I think you've released all your creativity, and you don't have the means to get that spark going. Some reason I'm getting that painting motion, like a painting up and down motion. I don't know if this is like oil painting or acrylic or whatever method of painting that you're using. But I kind of feel like that this is something artistic related. Maybe do you usually do you paint your dreams? And have any of those art pieces usually come to fruition when you meet this kind of person, or go to this sort of event. Not now. I mean, yes, now, but I mean, just like something that may have happened. I kind of feel like maybe a few years ago, like at most 3 years ago, and you feel like you're going crazy, like your your paintings have been coming into fruition, like they're coming to pass. It's you paying attention to, not only to your intuition, but you're just like paying attention to the signs of the universe too, so you know that you're not alone. You have that inspiration, but you haven't had that inspiration for a while. Is this correct? Because look, here's a Prince of Swords. Prince of Swords is all about taking action. And the Ace of Wands reverse, it's kind of like you don't have the energy to take action anymore. You kind of feel like you've done everything you needed to do and got inspired from. While that may be technically true at this moment, but it's kind of like you need to find that right moment to get inspired again. Whatever the inspiration for you to get back into your groove of creatively doing artistic things, I kind of feel that you need some kind of motivation to spark some of that idea. Because what I'm getting from here is like you're in this yuck space. Three of Wands is kind of like you're a bit lost. Like you need to use a map to find where you need to be. In some cases, yes, but you know this can't be altogether true because um, you're the map. You have the map within your side yourself. You don't have to create a map or find a particular kind of map to say, here's my inspiration and I'm going to use this for my artwork. I kind of feel like this kind of inspiration, you just need to find it within yourself. I feel like if you meditate again, again, just example, like cross-legged, um, eyes closed, you know, um, shoulders and back straight up, meditating, looking within, I'm pretty sure you could find the inspiration that you need to guide yourself creatively, creatively to get back into art or making things again. If if it's not painting, then I kind of feel like you're painting something. Like maybe you're painting your craft out of woodwork or something like that. If that's what you're doing, and I'm getting that painting motion, I kind of feel like there's some sort of thing that will inspire you to get better once you find that specific means of going back into the shed or wherever this may be. Maybe have an art gallery or art space to create paintings, or maybe creating woodwork of some kind, and using a paintbrush to not only stain the wood, but just creatively, you know, like coming up with. I kind of feel like this is kind of like an inventor kind of thing. You know, one person who did not get enough respect back in the day was Nikola Tesla, and he was a great inventor. He just needed a someone to patent it, and he just wasn't treated fairly. I'm getting off point here, but the idea is basically the same. It's just he's a great inventor. His concept has actually created a lot of the electronics that we see nowadays are kind of based off of Nikola Tesla mostly. Yes, Thomas Edison did actually shrink the light bulb into like a smaller version of a light bulb, but Nikola Tesla was like really big, and I kind of feel like you're not only a dreamer a sense, but I kind of feel like your work is kind of based on the inspiration that you're inspired to create, whether if it's woodwork. I I will add in electronics, but I kind of feel like this is more than that. I kind of feel like you're waiting to be discovered. Okay, so right side up is what I'm getting. Let's get through here. I'm getting another right side up if this is reversed. So we'll place this right side up just because my spirit guide's telling me so. So basically, you're really good at juggling things in your life. Things aren't going to be just as challenging as you're led to believe, but you will get recognized if you find like maybe a proprietor or a dealer or whatever the technical term is in today's world, like that helps you get noticed in your artwork and different kind of inventions and stuff like that out of woodwork and stuff like that, maybe even electronics. I kind of feel, but I kind of feel that you are waiting to be discovered, and I think if you get the right manager, dealer, or whatever the term is in the art lingo department is, maybe you know the correct term. I'm just throwing different things that may sound similar, but um, I think the time will come for you to uh, be discovered. I mean, I think you just have to outweigh all the um, all the thoughts of I cannots to all the I can do it this way instead of that way. So if you know what you want, the universe would follow you all the way until you're ready to meet this particular person to make you, and not just let's get the word famous out of the way. The spirit guides want me to use the word famous. So you'll be recognized, but fame just kind of comes um, with its own benefits. But let's try not to use that as a motivation. Try to be about as humble as possible, and try not to be someone who is coming from I'm more important and you're not kind of space. If you're humble and you get to be more recognized, and yes, I'll loosely say famous to of becoming more famous for being the more inspiring and kind artist in your community, and if not just in your community, I would say around the world as well. um, you should allow it to unfold on its own when you pay attention to the universe and pay attention to your intuition as well. Yes, there should be balance, but I kind of feel like you need to pay attention to that more rather than just the logic side. There's nothing wrong with the logic side. You just need to balance it out and say like, oh, I'm getting that nudging feeling. Uh, and then just sort of say to yourself, okay, I'll go for it. If you don't, if you do go for it, you'll be pleasantly surprised what would come out of pay attention to that intuition. You'll reap the benefits for understanding what your intuition wanted you to act on. And if you act on your intuition, it's not 100%, but it will get you on the right path. It may be like somebody who says, no, I'm not with the art department, but I know somebody who is. So there you go. I mean, it'll set you on the right path if you pay attention to your intuition. You never know if it's right. You never know if you're going to be wrong. But you have to be okay with being wrong. Because I'm okay with being wrong, even if it's not 100% resonating with you right now. But some of these things have to be uh, in the future anyway. And even if this is going on right now, some of the other things are going to be coming into fruition later on in the future. So if not by February or by March, I want to say maybe next year or maybe in the next 2 years. But whatever the case, it will happen. I can almost guarantee. But as I get ready to wrap this up here, the Prince of Wands is saying like you're glowing with your aura of paying attention to your intuition right now. You're allowing yourself to move forward and not let other people bother you, saying like um, your art is no longer important to us. You're gonna have to find a way to move on from that scenario to the next scenario, and uh, until somebody says yes, we'll accept your work. So that's what I'm getting out of this reading. So yes. So this has been Magic 51. I'm signing off. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace out. Till next time. Oh, and be sure to Share, comment, like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you want more videos like this. Thanks.